Hi guys, it's Sunday the 31st of December 2017. You know what this means? It's New Year's Eve, it's nearly 2018. A whole year has gone by so quickly. Anyway, because it is Sunday, and even though I am on the other side of the world, as you all know, I did bring my weighing scales with me along for this trip, you know, just to try and keep on top of my weight issue. Especially not eating all of the nice food, so I needed to make sure that I just kept on top of things. And hey, it's Sunday, so that means I do have to do my weekly video, and this would mean this week would be my 103rd week of my weight loss journey, and here is me doing my usual bit on a Sunday morning. So once I finished my video, it was time to kick things off and set myself a daily target of achieving 10,000 steps as a minimum today, whilst in Sydney, the last day of 2017 before we welcome in the new year tonight in Sydney Harbour to see the big celebrations of all the fireworks, and hey, the holiday will continue. So that's the target, 10,000 steps. Because there were a couple of road closures in preparation for tonight's main event, the normal tour bus for all the, tourists couldn't do its normal route, so we decided to do one big last walk. And we started off the walk in Darling Harbour, just across the bridge from our hotel. Wanted to walk the long way round to get to the Sydney Harbour Bridge and see the Sydney Opera House again. We continue our walk underneath the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and that's when the Sydney Opera House comes into shot, and it's absolutely breathtaking day. So far this walk had taken us a good couple of hours, and we were starting to get a bit time aware. As soon as we got back to the hotel, we changed as quickly as possible, and then we made our walk back up the road towards Hyde Park and following it down towards the Royal Botanical Gardens, where we'd have our main seats in the lawn with a view, which was in the Bennelong lawn in the Botanical Gardens, which is basically it's looking down over the Sydney Opera House and across the bay to the Sydney Harbour Bridge. So we got the prime spot, and the only downside to it is that you're sitting on the grass. So me being the big chap, probably need something to lean back against, but I didn't have anything, so my back did start to ache. Whilst we were all having our picnics, we had the pleasure of also watching an aerobatic plane doing its thing around the harbour. Once we found our sitting spot for the rest of the evening, I knew I wasn't going to do any more steps for the rest of the day, and I thought it was well worthwhile to check to see what I've actually achieved throughout the entire day of walking around Sydney. And I actually achieved 17,104 steps, which is a great way to finish the year and a great way to start to welcome in the new year, along with this massive party that's going to take place in just a few hours' time. There was a 9 PM family fireworks display, which lasted about 5 or 6 minutes for those children who couldn't stay up for the main event, which was, I think, a fantastic idea to do on behalf of Sydney, get everyone involved in the party. It's been one of my lifetime ambitions to be able to say that I've been present in the welcoming the new year in the Sydney Harbour celebrations. All the years I've been watching the celebrations from my living room back home in the UK, and now I'm actually taking part and being involved in the celebrations in real life. This is an amazing experience, and the electricity in the air where we're just minutes away from the main event. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1! You all know I love to bore you with stats, and tonight is going to be no different, because I thought whilst you can see the firework display kicking off, why not tell you a little bit about it? Well, the display lasted 12 minutes and cost 7 million Australian dollars, which is 4 million pounds sterling, or 4.5 million euros, or finally 5.5 million US dollars. Now, I've got money to burn, but I don't have that much. And it was a great night. I really enjoyed myself. My mum also loved every minute of it. And it's one for the memory books. Something that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. So once the event had finished, me and my mum did a quick selfie with the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Sydney Opera House as a backdrop before we started to make our way back towards our hotel room. So that's the end of today's video. As always, I'm going to finish it up by looking back at a few photographs I've taken throughout the day. And as always, if you'd like to continue following us along our holiday journey adventure to the other side of the world, why don't you subscribe and you'll catch the next video installment tomorrow.